By the end of 2023, South Africa's National Health Department reported a cumulative total of 1.3 million people who had used the anti-HIV pill, accounting for 38% of the global total of users. This impressive figure underscored South Africa's leading role in the global fight against HIV. Notably, by the end of August 2023, 1.65 million HIV-negative people in the country had taken the anti-HIV pill at least once, making South Africa's HIV prevention pill program the largest in the world. This achievement stands as a critical milestone in the ongoing battle against new HIV infections, which remains a significant health challenge in the region. South Africa faced approximately 150,000 new HIV infections in 2023, according to the Thembisa Project, a mathematical model used by the Health Department to project HIV trends and set prevention targets. The pill, also known as oral pre-exposure prophylaxis, can significantly reduce the risk of contracting HIV through sexual transmission. When taken daily or intermittently in a specific dosing regimen before and after sexual activity, the pill can lower the chances of HIV transmission to nearly zero. This has been a crucial tool in HIV prevention efforts. In terms of targets, South Africa needs to reduce its annual new HIV infections to 105,000 by 2025, according to the Joint United Nations Programme on HIV and AIDS, UNAIDS. The scale of the challenge becomes clearer when considering that global figures indicate that 3.5 million people had used the anti-HIV pill by 2023, as reported by Matteo Prochaska, an infectious diseases epidemiologist from the World Health Organization, WHO, at the 5th HIV Research for Prevention Conference in Peru. Of those, 38% were from South Africa, amounting to the 1.3 million users mentioned earlier. The anti-HIV pill contains two antiretroviral drugs, the same class of medication used by HIV-positive individuals to suppress the virus in their bodies. South Africa approved the pill in 2015, and it is now available at no cost in almost all government health facilities, including clinics and hospitals. This has greatly expanded access to HIV prevention tools across the country. Hasina Subedar, a senior technical advisor for the Health Department, shared at the Peru conference that the government's target for new anti-HIV pill users for the 2024-2025 financial year is 401,430. Of these, 79,730, or 20%, are expected to remain on the pill for at least 6 months. When taken daily, the pill needs to be used for 7 days to offer full protection against HIV infection. Additionally, the user must continue taking the pill for 7 days after potential exposure to HIV. For those who prefer intermittent use, the WHO recommends 2 pills be taken 2 to 24 hours before sexual activity, followed by 1 pill per day for as long as necessary, and another pill per day for at least 2 days following the last exposure. Newer HIV prevention methods, such as a monthly vaginal ring and a 2-monthly anti-HIV injection containing long-acting cabotegravir, have also become available in South Africa. However, access to these methods is currently limited to demonstration studies evaluating their implementation. According to data presented by the Health Department in Peru, South Africa has 87 demonstration sites, 14 of which offer all 3 forms of pre-exposure prophylaxis. At these 14 sites, uptake of HIV prevention methods is higher than at locations offering only 1 or 2 options. Subedar noted that providing people with options, as seen with contraception uptake, positively influences their decision to use HIV prevention methods. Liz Jameson, a senior researcher at the Health Economics and Epidemiology Research Office, has projected that without oral pre-exposure prophylaxis, South Africa could see an additional 17,000 new HIV infections between 2025 and 2029. This translates to an estimated 3,000 to 4,000 new infections annually. While these numbers may seem small compared to the current annual rate of 150,000 new infections, the cumulative impact over time is significant. Maintaining a robust oral pre-exposure prophylaxis program is essential to further reducing new infections. KZN and Gauteng have emerged as the provinces with the highest number of pre-exposure prophylaxis users, with nearly 30% of South Africa's anti-HIV pill users residing in KZN. Together, these two provinces account for over half of the nation's pre-exposure prophylaxis users. The rapid expansion of clinics offering the pill has played a critical role in increasing access. By August 2023, there were 325 times more clinics stocking anti-HIV pills compared to 2016. Presently, 95% of the government's 3,484 clinics, totaling 3,311 clinics, offer the pill. Studies have consistently shown that greater access to healthcare facilities significantly increases the likelihood of people using the medications they need. Two key strategies for improving access to pre-exposure prophylaxis have been to provide the medication for free and to make it available close to where people live. South Africa now has 4,225 clinics, including partner sites at universities, prisons, and educational institutions, that offer the pill at no cost. This marks a nearly threefold increase since 2020, when oral pre-exposure prophylaxis became widely available. The broader availability of the pill in more locations increases the likelihood that individuals can access it conveniently. From April to August 2024, 5 provinces, Mpumalanga, KZN, the Free State, Gauteng, and the Northwest, exceeded their monthly targets for initiating new users on oral pre-exposure prophylaxis. The Eastern Cape was only 11 people short of its target, while the Western Cape was about 10% off track. The Northern Cape and Limpopo, however, lagged far behind in reaching their targets. The global ambition set by UNAIDS is to have 21.1 million people using the anti-HIV pill by 2025. However, by the end of 2023, only 3.5 million had used the medication, far short of the goal. Of these, 2.6 million, or 75%, were from Eastern and Southern Africa, with South Africa accounting for a substantial 1.34 million users. The scale of South Africa's HIV prevention program, and its pivotal role in the global effort to reduce new infections, remains critical as the world pushes towards 2025 targets. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates.